अथ चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच परं भूयय प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमं यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे परां सिद्धिमितो गतः.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Again I shall declare to you this supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all the sages have attained the supreme perfection.
Idam jnanamupashritya mama sadharmyamagataha sargepi nopajayante pralayena vetanti cha."
By becoming fixed in this knowledge, one can attain to the transcendental nature like my own. Thus established, one is not born at the time of creation or disturbed at the time of dissolution.
Mama yonirmahad brahma tasmin garbham dadamayam sambhava sarva bhutanam tato bhavati bharata.
The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that impregnate, making possible the births of all living beings, O son of Bharata.
Sarva yonishu kaunteya murtaya sambhavantiya tasam brahma mahad yonir aham bija pradah pita.
It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Sattvam rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhavaha nibhadananti mahabahu dehe dehinamavyayam.
The material nature consists of three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature, O mighty armed Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by these modes.
Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakamanāmayam sukha sangena bhadnāti jnana sangena chanaga.
O mighty armed Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by these modes. O sinless one, the mode of goodness, being purer than the others, is illuminating, and it frees one from all sinful reactions. Those situated in that mode become conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge.
Rajo rajatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tannibhadnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam.
The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings, O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material fruitive actions.
Tamastvajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramaadalyasya nibrahis tannibhadnati bharata.
O son of Bharata, know that the mode of darkness, born of ignorance, is the delusion of all embodied living entities. The results of this mode are madness, indolence, and sleep, which bind the conditioned soul.
Tattvam sukhe sanjayati rajah karmani bharata jnanamavritya tuttatamaha pramade sanjayatyuta.
O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. The mode of passion conditions one to fruitive action, and the mode of ignorance, covering one's knowledge, binds one to madness.
Rajastamascha sattvam bhavati bharata rajasattvam tamaschaiva tamasattvam rajastatha.
Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the modes of passion and ignorance, O son of Bharata. Sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and at other times ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy.
Sarvadvareshu dehismin prakasha upajayate jnanam yada tada vidyat vivruddham sattvamityuta.
The manifestations of the mode of goodness can be experienced when all the gates of the body are illuminated by knowledge.
Lobha pravurtirarambah karmanamashah spruha rajas etani jayante vivruddhe bharatarshabha.
O chief of the Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering develop.
Aprakasho pravrittischa pramado moha evacha tamas etani jayante vivruddhe kurunandana.
When there is an increase in the mode of ignorance, O son of Kuru, darkness, inertia, madness, and illusion are manifested.
Yada sattve prabuddhetu pralayam yati dehabhrut tamotamavidam lokan amalan pratipadyate.
When one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains to the pure higher planets of the great sages.
Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate tatha pralinastamasi mudha yonishu jayate.
When one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activities, and when one dies in the mode of ignorance, he takes birth in the animal kingdom.
Karmana sukrutasyahu satvikam nirmalam phalam rajasastu phalam dukkam ajnanam tamassa phalam.
The result of pious action is pure and is said to be in the mode of goodness. But action done in the mode of passion results in misery, and action performed in the mode of ignorance results in foolishness.
Tasvat sanjayate jnanam rajaso lobha evacha pramada moha tamaso bhavato jnanamevacha.
From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the mode of passion, greed develops. And from the mode of ignorance comes foolishness, madness, and illusion.
Urdam gachanti sattvastha madhye trishtanti rajasa jaganya guna vrittistha ado gachanti gachanti tamasaha.
Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Those in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish worlds.
Nanyam gunebhya kartaram yada drashtanupashyati gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati.
When one properly sees that in all activities no other performer is at work than these modes of nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord who is transcendental to all these modes, he attains my spiritual nature.
Gunan etanyatityatrin dehi deha samudbhavan janma mrityu jara dukkair vimukto mrutamashnute.
When the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and their distresses, and can enjoy nectar even in this life.
Arjuna uvacha kairlin gaistrin gunan etan atito bhavati prabhu kimachara katam chaitam strin gunan ativartate.
Arjuna inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these modes? What is his behavior, and how does he transcend the modes of nature?
Shri Bhagavan uvacha prakashancha pravrittincha mohameva cha pandava nadvesti sampravruttani nanivruttani kankshati. Udasina vadasino gunairyo na vichalyate guna vartanta ityevam yovatishtati nengate. Samadhukka sukha swastaha samaloshtasma kanchanaha tulya priya priyo dhiras tulya nindatma samstutihi. Manapamanyayos tulyo mitrari pakshayo sarvarambha parityagi gunatitasya uchyate.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment and delusion when they are present, or long for them when they disappear, who is unvarying and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal toward the desirable and the undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature.
Mam cha yo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatititan brahma bhuyaya kalpate.
One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman.
ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम् अमृतस्य व्यवस्य च शाश्वतस्य च धर्मस्य सुखस्यैकान्तिकस्य च.
And I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, and is the constitutional position of ultimate happiness.
Om Tatsadidi Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyaya Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogo Nama Chaturdashodhyayah.